Hey everybody, I'm taking a break from my rotary garden work today, and want to bring up one of my favorite fruiting bushes that I have, and it's called the Suriname Cherry. Unlike the spelling of Vietnam, it's Suriname. It comes from a country that's nestled between Guyana and French Guyana in South America. There's a version of this that calls it the Chinese lantern fruit, but the place of origin is actually South America. This is my first cycle of fruit from it. It gets to be a big, bright red, and right now it's not as big as it could be because the first round usually is, but if you see I have like a size 6 finger, so that makes that about 3/4 of an inch wide, and as you can see, kind of looks like a Chinese lantern, but this first round is kind of like a dress rehearsal kind of thing, and this is one of the most fruitingest trees I've ever seen in my life. Growing up around orange trees and citrus trees and berries and everything like that. I missed the pre-watering phase. I was in and out of the hospital, but if you can catch the beginning of it, you see these little bumpies in the leafies there. It just means it's kind of not doing well without water, so I just got done. You can even see the branches are kind of drooping, and it droops when it fruits, but not usually has more spring in its step. So I dug a trench and have been watering it every day to try to catch it up. And of course, right now it's, what month are we in? Oh, April. And I know lots of people that have tried to turn this into a tree, and then they talk about it doesn't fruit enough for it. Has a lot to do with the many bottoms of the tree. It's like a bush that grows up, and each one has its own kind of food source, and then when you push it together into one food source, it can sometimes not do right. Also, I have read articles about the tree not liking the altitude, and also winds. They're very fragile on their stems, even when they're young, and a good wind will, knock them off sometimes. And it's not a very it doesn't like being screwed with a lot. And of course, in Florida, right before it rains here, it always kind of blows, I think. But so these are the babies, and I've been trying to find a way to properly dry the seeds, because I've also found that in research and such that you can see it's not even making it to and you don't even have to do anything to it, it'll just fall right off, and it's kind of shriveled up. But later on, when I catch it up, it bounces back pretty well, and the fruit, hopefully you can see, that one up there is getting to be like it's supposed to, and that one kind of is too, and you can tell because the heavier it gets, it's weird. It's like it gets stronger the heavier it gets, until it turns that bright fire engine red, and then it just will fall off. And if you have white underneath, your bush, if you don't wash it off really quick, it will stain it. So once it gets a little more stable, I'll actually trim this back a little bit, because the heat will bake it in really, really quick. But if anyone knows, there's some more that are doing well over there. But it'll bounce back, and this tree will just, excuse my military language, will shit fruit, just huge. And the taste is like nothing you've ever had before. It's got kind of a peppery taste, it's got a fruity taste, it's got, it's one of the most complex fruits I've ever tasted, next to, well, even lychee's not as, the Asian lychee fruit, which most people are put off by the outside of it, but it is delicious. And we can grow those here in Florida too. I haven't gotten around to researching them enough to be able to get them to, to plant one. But if anyone is also a Suriname cherry favorite and has any resources on how to properly dry the seeds, because from what I understand, if you dry the seeds wrong, the plant will grow, but it won't be a very fruiting plant. And I don't know why. I just read a lot of articles from actually in Suriname, and Google Translate, yay! So, but some of the drying techniques were written but not shown, and some of the words didn't translate. So, anyway, but this is my Suriname cherry bush. Again, everybody thinks because it's called Suriname that it's like Vietnam or something like that, but it's not. It's actually from South America. It's also called the Brazilian cayenne plant, but it's not like cayenne pepper. It has the taste of cayenne pepper, but not the spice. It has kind of like a metallic taste to it too, but I don't want to throw you off, but it is a very multifaceted, it's like the best bottle of wine times 4. So, anyway, check out my rotary garden stuff, and if anybody has any advice, I really need help with figuring out a motor. But anyway, like it if you like it. And remember, emotions are gifts you give yourself, and nobody can give them or take them away from you. Thanks, you guys. Bye.